Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. This is the 8th video in our international relations series where we discuss in detail about a nation which is in the news and its relationship with India thoroughly from both UPSC prelims as well as mains perspective. The country that we will discuss today is United Kingdom. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, more commonly known as simply the United Kingdom or Britain, is a country in northwestern Europe. It comprises of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom includes the island of Great Britain, the northeastern part of the island of Ireland, and most of the smaller islands within the British Isles. The United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy and a parliamentary democracy. The capital and largest city of both England and the United Kingdom is London. Before we proceed, do note the difference between UK, Great Britain, England, and British Isles. It is the United Kingdom which includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Great Britain includes England, Scotland, and Wales, while British Isles includes the UK plus the Republic of Ireland. Each of the countries in the UK has a capital city, that is, the capital of England is London, the capital of Scotland is Edinburgh, Cardiff is the capital of Wales, and Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom is bordered by 4 seas. To the south by the English Channel, which separates it from the continental Europe, to the east by the North Sea, to the west by the Irish Sea, and the Atlantic Ocean. Ben Nevis is the highest mountain in Scotland. Scafell Pike is the highest in England, while Snowdon is the highest mountain in Wales. The major rivers in UK include River Severn, River Thames, River Trent, River Clyde, etc. Major lakes of UK are Windermere, Ullswater, Bassenthwaite Lake, Derwent Water, etc. The United Kingdom was the first industrialized country in the world and was the world's most foremost power for the majority of the 19th and early 20th century, and was Pax Britannica between 1815 and 1914. In the 1920s, the British Empire consisted almost a quarter of the world's landmass and population and was the largest empire in history. However, its involvement in the First World War and the Second World War damaged Britain's economic power, and a subsequent global wave of decolonization led to the independence of most British colonies. Now coming to India-UK relations. India and United Kingdom have a long history of relations that spans centuries. It began when Captain William Hawkins set sail from England and arrived in India in 1600 and was the first Englishman to do so. The British East India Company established its presence in India in the 17th century. This led to British colonial rule over the Indian subcontinent from the mid-19th century until India gained independence in 1947. India's independence from British rule in 1947 resulted in the partition of British India into India and Pakistan. After independence, India became a member of the Commonwealth of Nations, formerly known as the British Commonwealth. The Commonwealth serves as a platform for cooperation and dialogue between India and United Kingdom. India and UK have maintained diplomatic relations since independence. The interactions and collaborations include areas such as trade, culture, education, and defense. Over the years, India and UK have worked to strengthen their ties and establish a modern partnership. Let's take a look at some of the fields of cooperation between the two nations. Number 1. Political ties. India and UK are bound by strong ties of history and culture. India's multifaceted bilateral relationship with UK intensified with its upgradation to strategic partnership in 2004. Both countries adopted a joint declaration titled India-UK towards a new and dynamic partnership, which envisaged annual summits and regular meetings between foreign ministers. In 2010, the relations were elevated to enhanced partnership for the future. United Kingdom supports India's proposal for permanent membership in the United Nations Security Council and is also an important mediator for India in the European Union, Group of 8, G20, etc. The parliaments of India and UK enjoy traditionally close relations, as Indian parliamentary system have been inspired by Britain's. A new group of Lords, Member of Parliaments and prominent British Indians of Conservative Party, called the Conservative Friends of India Group, was launched in 2012. The India-UK Roundtable was set up as a non-government channel for long-range and out-of-box thinking on the future of bilateral relations. Bilateral institutional engagements also happen through the India-UK Foreign Office consultations, which discuss political, economic, commercial, scientific, regional and international cooperation. India-UK Disarmament and Non-Proliferation Dialogue discusses issues such as Non-Proliferation Treaty, civil nuclear cooperation, etc. The India-UK Joint Working Group on Counter-Terrorism exchanges views on threats posed by global proliferation of terrorism and engages in policy planning dialogue, strategic dialogue, cyber dialogue, etc. Number 2. Economic ties. The India-UK economic relations have flourished, especially since the establishment of Joint Economic and Trade Committee in 2005 to tackle trade and investment barriers on both sides and to promote business links. Total trade between India and UK amounts to more than $13 billion. India was UK's 15th largest trading partner and UK was India's 18th largest trading partner. India's export to the UK consists of clothing, medicinal and pharmaceutical products, metal, organic chemicals, and precious stones. India is UK's second largest source of foreign direct investment. In a recent Joint Economic and Trade Committee meeting in 2020, both sides agreed to remove barriers to trade as part of a roadmap to a free trade agreement. Negotiations for an India-UK free trade agreement are already on its way as officials on both sides continue to engage following the conclusion of working groups. Number 3. Defense cooperation. After the end of colonial rule in India, India's foreign and national defense policy was characterized by the non-aligned movement. After the end of Cold War, the two countries entered into a strategic partnership in 2004. Annual summits and meetings between heads of government and foreign ministers have been held, and cooperation has been seen in the areas of combating terrorism, civil nuclear activities, and civil space programs. In 2015, the Defense and International Security Partnership Framework was unveiled, calling for an enhanced cyber, defense, and maritime collaboration and stating UK's support for projects under the Make in India initiative. Defense-related companies across the United Kingdom supply various goods for aircrafts and helicopters. Manufacturing at Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and it includes ejection seats, fuel tank kits, hydraulic pumps, engine spares, etc. And they also support legacy platforms like Jaguar, Mirage, and Kiran. Maritime cooperation is another area as UK deploys Carrier Strike Group in Indian Ocean region in line with its strategic tilt to a free and open Indo-Pacific. Joint military exercises such as Ajaya Warrior, Exercise Konkan, and Indradhanush are conducted between the two nations. Number 4. Education, Science and Tech Collaboration. The Science and Technology Agreement was signed between the two nations in 1996. In 2006, a new structure was given to science and technology cooperation with setting up of the Science and Innovation Council, which is the main framework within which India and UK science and technology cooperation operates. During the 2010 UK-India Summit, the Prime Ministers of both the nations came into agreement to support education by implementing the India Education and Research Initiative. UK is among the favored destinations for Indian students to pursue higher education. Around 50,000 Indian students are currently studying in UK. The two sides are discussing Global Innovation Program, which will support Indian sustainable innovations to be scaled up and transferred to select developing countries. The 2030 roadmap prepared by United Kingdom identifies space cooperation opportunities, and UK and India also seek to collaborate in scientific, industrial, strategic, and global governance matters. The successful partnership between Oxford University AstraZeneca and Serum Institute of India on COVID-19 vaccine demonstrated the potential of India and UK expertise working together. Number 5. Energy cooperation. Both nations have signed a civil nuclear cooperation declaration in 2010, which will promote and facilitate cooperation in the nuclear field, including nuclear trade and also between the scientific institutions of the two countries. In 2015, the United Kingdom and Indian Prime Ministers signed a nuclear collaboration agreement between the two countries as part of a comprehensive £3.2 billion worth package of collaboration on energy and climate change, including joint research programs and initiatives to share technical, scientific, and financial and policy expertise. United Kingdom has also confirmed £70 million of British international investment funding to support the usage of renewable energy in India, which will help in building renewable energy infrastructure and developing solar power in the region. The Government of India endorsed Roadmap 2030 for India-UK Forward Action Plan on Clean Energy, which will help in improving energy efficiency measures, enabling use of green hydrogen, etc. India-UK Green Growth Equity Fund is currently mobilizing institutional investments in the renewable energy, waste management, electric mobility, and environment subsectors in India. Number 6. Cultural ties. Because of the colonial rule, there has been bilateral influence in both nations. Of Britain's population of 62.3 million, the population of Indian origin is estimated to be around 1.8 to 2 million, accounting for the single largest segment of ethnic population. There is also a strong Anglo-Indian community in India. India and UK have signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Cultural Cooperation in 2010. The Nehru Centre, established in 1992 in London, is the cultural outreach of the High Commission of India in UK. However, there are certain issues between the two nations, such as number 1. Anti-colonial sentiments and resentment against Britain still prevails among the Indian political and bureaucratic sections of the society. Recent examples are the revamping of the previous criminal laws, which were prepared by England's Lord Macaulay, and instead of these, new criminal laws have replaced them. There has also been a trend of renaming prominent places which were previously named after British lords or famous personalities. Number 2. India and UK are unable to come to a consensus with regard to the free trade agreement, as stiff demands from both sides have been unable to see a compromise. This will continue to be a stumbling block, leading to years of delay in bettering trade relations between the two nations. Number 3. UK and India have sometimes diverged in their positions towards China's role in the Indian Ocean. India is concerned about China's growing influence in the region, including its investments in ports through the Belt and Road Initiative. The United Kingdom, however, has engaged substantially with the Belt and Road Infrastructure Initiative, which encourages a perception in India that UK has prioritized its relationship with China. Number 4. The complexity of India's business environment constrains trade and investment. Complicated laws on tax, imports and foreign direct investment, and variations in the business environment between Indian states hinder doing business with UK. Despite historical challenges, including legacy issues and geopolitical complexities, both countries recognize the imperative of forging closer ties in the face of shared security concerns. They need to recognize the lack of harmony between different strands of the relationship and must work based on the profound foundational ties of culture, history, and language to further deepen relations between the two nations. This brings us to the end of our video. We hope that you found it informative for your exam preparations. Please click on the like button, share our videos with your friends, and subscribe to Exact IAS on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Thank you for watching this. I will see you in our next.